Добрый день, друзья! Сегодня у нас урок номер 6 по теме родительный падеж или genitive case. So we have already learned. Что мы с вами изучили? Мы изучили родительный падеж для единственного числа for singular nouns, both masculine and feminine. Также мы с вами изучили родительный падеж для прилагательных for adjectives и родительный падеж для чисел и дат for numbers and dates. And today we will be learning how to use genitive case with all these nouns and adjectives, but after prepositions. Let's look at 15 prepositions, 15 предлогов, после которых мы всегда используем родительный падеж. Во-первых, хочу сказать, что есть 5 предлогов, 5 prepositions, которые мы обязательно должны знать, которые используются очень часто, и это то, что мы изучаем в первую очередь. Это предлоги от, до, из, для, без. Предлоги от и до – это пара предлогов. It is a couple of prepositions that normally go together because they mean from and to. They mean from and to when we talk about distances between places. Because от means from when we talk about places and when we talk about people. For example, if I want to say that from my house to my work, the way takes only 2 kilometers, let's say. Yeah, I am using от и до. That would be от дома до работы. Have you noticed that I pronounce от, though we spell от? It happens very often with prepositions. If you have already watched some of my videos, you already know that prepositions are never stressed. That is why when you see о in a preposition, we normally pronounce it as а. That's why. От дома до работы. От дома до работы 2 километра. От моего города до столицы 200 километров. От моего дома до супермаркета 200 метров. Это 3 минуты пешком. От моего дома до пляжа 1 километр. Это может быть 10 минут пешком. Then you may also ask, so what is the difference between от and is? Because as you know, is also is translated as from. But we don't have to confuse them because we use is when we answer the question where from. Yeah, if I'm saying that I am from Russia, I cannot use от, but I'm using is. Я из России, because the question is where from. Откуда ты? Have a look carefully at a question word. You can see от and you can see куда. 2 words together, от и куда, make a question word, where from. And it is one word, откуда. So the question is, откуда ты? The answer is из России. The same about the cities. Откуда ты? Я из Казани. And of course, it's not only about people because we can ask about different objects. For example, откуда это шампанское? Это шампанское из Франции. Откуда этот подарок? Этот подарок из моей поездки в Африку. Yeah, you can see that it can be about people, it can be about things, but we always answer the question откуда, where from. So we already know 3 prepositions, от, до, из, and 2 more very necessary, extremely necessary prepositions here with genitive case are prepositions для, that means for, and preposition без, that means without. Some of the examples. Я учу русский язык для путешествий. Я учу русский язык, be careful, для того, чтобы общаться с друзьями из России. Let's look carefully at this sentence. Для, and then it is a phrase. It's not just a noun in genitive case, right? But it is a phrase. So what do? We put the word то, that means that, in genitive case. The form is того. Для того, чтобы. Literally, that means for that, and then again, so that. Для того, чтобы. And then comes our sentence, our phrase. It is always like this in all cases, but in genitive case that is used very, very commonly. We need to practice it very, very carefully. So, для чего? The question word is here. Чего? Для чего вы изучаете русский язык? Have a look at the question word. So the word что, what, becomes чего in genitive case. So my question here is для чего? What for? Or in other words, why? But I'm using what for. Для чего вы изучаете русский язык? Я изучаю русский язык для того, чтобы читать книги на русском языке. Или для того, чтобы общаться с моими друзьями. Or if you use a noun, for example, for work, and work is a noun, your noun will be obviously in genitive case. Я учу русский язык для работы. The next preposition is without, без. Normally we pronounce it as с, без, без. For example, if I'm saying I'm not going there without you, would be я не поеду туда без тебя. Я не поеду туда без тебя. You can see that the word ты is in genitive case. Or how do we say I drink coffee without milk? Я пью кофе без молока. Я пью кофе без молока. Молоко is a neuter noun, and we put it in genitive case, or becomes а, без молока. The same for the word sugar, сахар. Let's make a phrase. I drink tea without sugar. Я пью чай без сахара. Без сахара. When you have без and then the next word starts with practically the same sound, z or s, we don't separate, we don't divide these two words. We do not say без сахара. We make it one word, but s is just a little bit longer. Без сахара. Без сахара. So, 5 prepositions are done. Let's look at them again. От, до, из, для, без. And another 10 prepositions that are very good to know. It's better to start learning them when you are getting deeper into Russian. For example, when you have already done A2 level. But if you are doing A2 level now, it's not a problem. Yeah, of course, it makes sense to study more. Вместо. Вместо means instead of something. That's very logical because you know that we don't have of in Russian, but anytime we see of in English, we use genitive case. So instead of is obviously followed by genitive case. So let's make a sentence. Can you do this instead of me? Ты можешь сделать это вместо меня. Вместо меня. We pronounce not вместо, but вместо. Вместо. It is not, so O is not stressed. That's why it is a. Вместо меня. Следующий предлог – это внутри. That means inside. Например, где подарок? Подарок внутри коробки. Подарок внутри коробки. The word коробка means a box and it is feminine, коробка. In genitive case, we change a into и. Внутри коробки. Подарок внутри коробки. У них есть небольшой спортзал внутри дома. Внутри дома. Дом is a masculine word. In genitive case, we add a. That becomes внутри дома. The next two prepositions have the same meaning. They mean near. The first one is около. Около. The first syllable is stressed and we pronounce o, and two last syllables are obviously not stressed and we pronounce a. Около. Около. Около дома. Около меня. Я живу около реки. Я живу около парка. And another preposition that has the same meaning is возле. It also means near. Около is more commonly used, and for sure you will find it more often when you read, when you listen. Yeah, but возле is quite a good preposition. It's not outdated. It's quite up to date, so you can use it as well. So the same examples, but with preposition возле. Например, возле дома. Возле дома есть парк. Я живу возле реки. Я живу возле парка. Садись возле меня. You can hear that O is stressed here. And we pronounce O. Возле. Возле меня. Возле тебя. Another preposition is вокруг. Вокруг. Now O is not stressed and we hear A. Вокруг. Вокруг means around. For example, каждое утро я бегаю вокруг парка. Around the park. It doesn't mean that I'm in the park because around is literally means around. Yeah, when you when there is a perimeter. Yeah, or вокруг сада есть забор. Yeah, so maybe it's not the best example in the world, but it's very literal example. You can imagine that there is a garden and the fence is around. Yeah, вокруг сада. Да? Или вокруг города проходит большая трасса. Трасса means a highway. So there is a highway around the city. Вокруг города проходит большая трасса. Из-за. Because of something. The word after because of will be in genitive case. Из-за. Из-за. Again, we do not pronounce it as two different words. We pronounce as one word, but z is a little bit longer. Из-за. Because of you. Из-за тебя. Because of the rain. Из-за дождя. Yeah, дождь is masculine. It has the soft sign. We add я. Can be a, can be я. If it is a soft sign, we add я. Из-за дождя. Мы не поехали на пикник из-за дождя. После. После. O is stressed. После means after. Мы пошли домой сразу после фильма. После обеда я всегда хочу спать. После отпуска у меня много энергии. The next preposition is с. You might have heard this preposition when you were learning instrumental case because с works also in instrumental case and it is translated as with, but in this case with genitive case, S is translated as since. So how to distinguish them? If you see preposition s, and then you can see a time expression, for example, с четверга, четверг is a time expression. That means that something happens since Thursday. Yeah, it cannot be with Thursday. No, it is since Thursday. Или с прошлой недели. Since last week. Прошлой недели is a time expression. So we cannot translate it as with last week. No, it is since last week. So how do you say since last year? С прошлого года. С прошлого года. Since Monday. Понедельник becomes понедельника. С понедельника. Very good. Now the preposition that you of course know, it is preposition у. And the phrase у меня, у тебя, у него, у нее is a phrase that you of course know. That means that you have something. У меня есть хорошая работа. У тебя есть хорошая работа. У нас есть время, чтобы изучать русский язык. So obviously you know and you have heard the preposition у and you know how to use it, but I want just to draw your attention that у can also be translated as at. For example, if a person is at the door, we can say кто-то стоит у двери. And the last preposition for now is Nashot. Nashot. I love this preposition very much because it is very often used in everyday Russian. Yeah. Nashot. Pay attention to the pronunciation. So it is sh sound instead of ch. Yeah. It is Nashot. Nashot. We have your, that is always stressed. Yeah. So Nashot. It is translated as about or as regards, as for. Let's look at the examples and you will see how it works. Как насчет кофе? Как насчет обеда? That means what about lunch? Or what about coffee? Что ты думаешь насчет дня рождения? So what are your plans regards your birthday? Что ты думаешь насчет дня рождения? That is very often used to ask about someone's opinion. Again, let's read the prepositions, all 15 prepositions, and try to memorize them. As always, you will find the task below the video and make your own examples with each preposition that will help you to memorize them better. От, до. Из, для. Без, вместо, внутри, около, возле, вокруг, из-за, после, с, у, насчет.